Hey there, in this tutorial we are going to explore the powerful image component in Next.js. Whether you are a seasoned developer or just starting out, this component will make your life easier when it comes to optimizing images for the web. So what is Next.js image component? Well, the Next.js images component is a powerful tool that automatically optimizes images for your web application. It ensures that your images are delivered in the right format, size, and quality, resulting in faster load times and better performance. Next, the question is why use the Next.js image component? The answer is optimized images, responsive images, lazy loading, and blur up placeholders. If we talk about the optimized images, the image component automatically optimizes your images, reducing their file size without compromising the quality. And about the responsive images, it generates multiple versions of your images to serve the right size based on the user's device and screen resolution. About the lazy loading, images are lazy loaded by default, improving initial load times and reducing the network request. And about the blur up placeholders, the component provides a blur up placeholder effect, creating a smooth loading experience for your users. To use Next.js image component, you will need to have Next.js set up in your project. Once you have done that, you can import the image component like this. So let's do that. I'm going to get rid of this generated code from the Next.js CLI, and instead of that, I have imported the image tag image component already. And here, let me add the path images/example.jpg or svg. Okay, I have added the jpg. Next, we have added the width of 500 and height of 300 as well. Okay, save it. So let's break down the props here. Source is the path to your image file, and width and height, this the desired width and height of the rendered image in pixels. And we have the alt attribute. So this is for alternative text for image, which is important for accessibility. Next, let's look at the responsive images. The image component makes it easy to create responsive images that adapt to different screen sizes. You can use the sizes prop to specify the expected size of the image at different breakpoints. So for example, you can add another attribute, sizes is equal to, and here you can specify the media query in this way. So in this example, the image will take up the 100% of the viewport width on screens smaller than 500 pixel, or let's make it 768 pixels. And here let me add 50 VW, and 50% of the viewport width on larger screens. Next, let's talk about the placeholders and lazy loading. Next.js image component provides a blur up placeholder effect and lazy loading out of the box. To enable the blur up effect, you can simply use the placeholder is equal to blur prop. So let's add placeholder is equal to blur. Okay. So lazy loading is enabled by default, but you can also control it using the loading prop. Okay. So now let's add a URL for the remote image. I'm going to add a remote image. So let's search for an image. So let's click on the copy image address. And let's go back to the VS Code and I will place it. So if I place it here, okay, after adding that, we have an error. So it is saying that this has the placeholder blur property, but is missing the blur data URL property. So we have to add, so these are the possible solutions. Add a blur data URL property. The content should be small data URL represent the image, or change the source property to static import with one of the supported file types, or you can remove the placeholder property, effectively no blur effect. Okay, so we are using a live URL. So here let's add blur data URL like this. Okay, now if I go back, I will see another error that is saying invalid source prop, host image.freepik.com is not configured under images in your next.config.js. So we have to whitelist this base domain for that remote server of that image. So for that, let's go back to the next config, and here I will add the images property. Within that, let's add domain property and give it an array. Within that array, I will add the base domain that I want to whitelist. Save it. Now let's reload it. Okay, now you can see that error has gone, but I did not see the blur effect. The reason is that the background is black. So let me get rid of this generated CSS code, and now let's reload it. It is too quick that I cannot see the blur effect, so we have to slow down the network speed. So go to the network and let's try to reduce the internet speed. So I have opened the image in the Chrome because it is easier to control your internet speed here. So let me add slow 3G, and now let's reload it. It is still loading from the cache. Let me hard reload it. So the blur effect that we are using is not so visible. So this data URL is not so visible. Let me add a dynamic function that will generate the random colors, and it will give us the data URL to fill that. Okay, now let's delete it and add the dynamic function that will generate it. So here I will add 237.181.6. So this will generate a yellow color. So now let's hard reload it. Okay, I don't know if you have noticed that if you hard reload it for a very short amount of time, the yellow color would be appeared, but it will be replaced with the actual image immediately. So if you have slow internet speed, then you will see it very quickly, very easily. So let me simulate the low internet speed in the Google Chrome. I don't know how to do that in the Safari, so let me quickly open the Google Chrome and let's slow down the internet speed. Open the network, and here I have selected the slow 3G. Now hard reload it, and it will destroy the cache, and as image is not available yet because of the slow internet speed, it will display the placeholder image that was yellow. Once the actual image is downloaded, it will replace the yellow box with the actual image. So the image component offers many advanced features and configuration options such as custom loaders, remote patterns, and more. We will cover these in future tutorials, but for now, this should give you a solid understanding of the basics. Next.js component is a game changer when it comes to optimizing images for web. By using this component, you will improve your website's performance, create better user experience, and save time on image optimization tasks. So give it a try in your next project and let me know if you have any questions. Leave your questions or suggestions or thoughts in the comment section. I will do my best to reply them as soon as possible. And if this video was helpful, then please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell icon. And also please like and share this video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.